Hey everybody, this is Rydo, and we are back with another episode of The Witcher 3. So, first thing we want to do is just make a new save, even though I did last episode. So, we have done the story quest. Um, Interesting that the main quest now has us going to Kaer Morhen. Uh, we've done all the Skellig story quests we can really do. We're at level 23. There's a level 22 that we probably want to skip. 24 we want to skip. There are definitely some things at those levels already. Level 35. Interesting that there are quests that are above what I would expect was thought to be the last level. 35 would probably be about the max. I now know how to do this. I looked it up online, so we can do that when we get to Novigrad. Uh, when we get to Kaer Morhen, we can work on this quest, but we haven't gotten that far so far. And we've completed a lot, and somehow we failed the Cave of Dreams. There must have been more to it. Uh, uh, Speaking of things we failed, we sent Triss Marigold away, and because we sent her away, I'm not sure if she's coming back in the story, but I did happen to see while I was looking online that there definitely is more more going on. I don't want to do this last wish. Uh, Meet with Yennefer in, let's see, before Geralt and prepare for the adventures. This is really the quest that's going to move us on from Skellig. So we've basically done everything we can do to Skellig. It's time now to start hitting these question marks. And so off to sea we go. It would be nice if I could find a boat, but I'm probably just gonna swim it. There is one thing that I have noticed is that the map in the Skellig Isles actually makes things seem bigger than they actually are. So ignoring the sirens, we're looking for question marks. Hopefully these guys will eventually just buzz off. Yep. So I see like a little black rock right there on the map, but it doesn't seem to be anything. It's getting dark. That's not particularly where I want to go. I'm swimming as fast as possible. This is really, I think, was supposed to have gotten a boat. Just swimming out here is not causing real danger to me. It's just really long. So they definitely wanted you to use your boat abilities. There you go, smuggler's cache. Just hidden in the middle of so you have to dive and then just come on, give me the ability to loot. Let's boat, there's not anything more to this. I would have still had to gotten out of the boat, jumped in the water and dived. Oh, I have a ability point to spend too. Let's see. We can now decide what we want. Fast attacks now apply a bleeding effect. Reduce damage resistance by 5%. Let's see. Chance of killing the opponent instantly. Ew. Interesting. Okay. I like deadly precision there. So I'm gonna go ahead and equip that and start using it. You have to acquire it and equip it. And we can't take back points, so it's not like we could ever get down to this level. We had to have picked, and I picked attack. Where other people might have taken sigils, and other people might have taken potions. If you put it into these, well, there's not really any reason to work down that path, because there is no path. So now we just swim to the next location. Oh, this episode is gonna be a lot of swimming. Hopefully we'll find a boat. We'll try to make an effort to get to that point. Just smugglers' caches, I bet, all over. Too many. Already can say it feels like there's too many. It's just gonna be another. I mean, what else could it be but a smuggler's cache in the middle of the ocean? It's either gonna be a smuggler's cache or there's gonna be a sunken treasure way at the bottom. And as soon as I start getting near them, the drowners. Actually, I can fix this pretty easily too. I just need to use the drowner pheromones. Oh, come on. Now up. Why do I have another point? Do I have 2 points? Really? Interesting. I had 2 points. I must have just been sitting on one. That is fine by me. So let's come over to the inventory here and equip drowner pheromones. Let's see, which one is drowner pheromones? I think it's something here. There we go. And can I meditate in the water? That'd be really funny. No, that's no real surprise. How could you meditate? So let's make an effort to go here, then get this boat. The drowners don't even bother me. Oops, going the wrong direction. They don't even really bother me when I'm swimming on the surface. But I could drink the pheromones, and that will give me plenty of time if they become really bothersome, which So, remember my complaint about the forest? Look at this ocean. This is even worse than the forest. This is what the forest really is, except for they made it look pretty. The ocean here, it's nothing. It's just a whole bunch of water physics and flat surface. Did they run out of time making the Skellig Isles? Possibly. They should have put them closer together if they did, in my opinion. They should be barely not connected. Like a river that would have taken just a couple seconds to get across. Here we go. We'll drink those pheromones. What? Alright, let's get up. Let's up to the surface. Before we drown, for real. Oh man. What are they doing? Why is the pheromones not working? Oh, those pheromones barely last. Well, that's useless. And there's no real... Let's see, we got our crossbow bolt. We'll waste a bunch of arrows on that. There you go. Oh, you just die. Yeah, we'll forget the pheromones and we'll start using the overburdened. This is going to be an interesting occurrence. So we are now overburdened. Does that really affect our swim rate? I don't know. We're going to... I'm just going to use all the bolts I can. So I just want to make sure I'm not on default bolts. Yeah, I am. So I want to... What's the one I have the most of? Can't do that now, can't do that now, can't do... Oh, I can't even use these? Irritating. So in the water, you can only use default bolts. Okay, what is that? I mean, look at this thing. It's a whale. It's a whale that is rendering very slowly. Hey. A for effort there. Kind of sucks that I see it in that fashion. And I'm seeing something over here. Is the game having trouble rendering things, or are those just more magic rocks? I mean, what is going on over there? Smuggler's cache. Where? I mean, that can't just be rocks. If that was just rocks, then... I don't know. The whole thing could be a mess. Let's see. Dive. Making the seas safe. Skellig Isles. We've just crossed into the Skellig Isles area. These guys get too many lucky hits off on me though. They are gonna kill me. Let's see. See like one more thing. But I don't believe it. Nope. Well, to the next location we go. I'm swimming slowly from being overburdened. Do we have more things we need to buy? I think we still do. I don't think it's just... I thought there was going to be superior levels of runestones. I thought there was going to be more things to make, more decoctions, more oils, more creatures to fight. But it's starting to feel like we may have hit the end of, or we're getting close to the end of a lot of these systems. The loot system in particular is the earliest and kind of the most pointless one of it, but it's the thing that's gonna get us some coin. Now I can see the boat over there on the left. Spog. So there's a smuggler's cache over here, and then we'll go get the boat. So I'm gonna dive, and as soon as I dive, I'm gonna start shooting all these guys. Yeah, they just come out of nowhere. Take that shot. Oh, trying to line it up does not help. I gotta get out of this whole system. Targeting, it was when I held down the right bump button to target, it locked me into that mode. And because I was locked into mode, I was missing. Whereas he's perfectly fine on his own. Come on. Hurry up, hurry up. Up you go for air. Dive. Down we go. And I suspect a lot of these are just gonna be smuggler caches. They obviously had some intention to put some other stuff in the ocean, maybe monster nests, maybe raiding parties, groups of boats, anything really? Anything you can think of that might have a chance to be useful. Is there a fast travel or anything? Or another interesting thought, if I drop things in the boat. So let's look at the map. There's a fast travel section right here. It would be silly not to take it. This is the whale place. We move faster in the fight, so actually it's helpful these dramas for these dramas to actually show up. So where do we want to go? I think this one is a great place to fast travel to. Because
Watch yourself, white hair.
we need to also meditate. There's a armorer and a blacksmith right next to each other here. Makes for a good place to get rid of things. Alright. That's no good, that's no good. That's no good, that's no good. That's no good, that's no good, that's no good, that's no good. It's all no good, isn't it? There. Slight improvement. There. Slight improvement on the trousers. I'm not. Slight improvement on that. Yeah, don't need that. Saddlebags of 30 versus 100. Yeah, right. Let's see, swords. And bolts. Split bolts. Yeah, let's get rid of a couple of those if we can. Actually, put those on there. And then all kinds of these trophies. Trophies need to be in their own section if they're gonna be like this. Do we need to worry about any of these things really? Not really. Just as a matter of selling them. And that's it.
More trouble. Looking for something specific?
Let's see what you got in
Show
stock.
me what you got.
So we can start off by buying this. And then selling things. We're gonna dismantle that. Doesn't have enough coin, alright. So let's repair everything we've got. That'll give him some coin. So we can start selling some stuff. Now we go to dismantle this. And this. And this. And then we are looking towards upgrading glyphs and runestones. Like this, greater Trinabog runestones. To make a Trinabog runestone, we need a lesser Trinabog runestones. We don't have it. I'm not going to bother to look at any of the other things he can do for me. Instead, what I'm gonna just do is find some stuff to sell. Let's see. He won't buy those things. So, what can I sell that he will buy that would be useful? I could get 70 off of him by selling 7 of this. It's not a lot he wants to buy. A monster bone. Well, you know what? I've got 6,000 crowns. Let's not worry too much about that.
So long.
And then talk to this guy.
What is it?
Wouldn't mind a look at your stock.
Anything else he will buy or can sell me. Oh, and he does. This is swords. Swords and all this stuff galore. So I've just given him close to 7,000 worth of runestones. When he goes to crafting, again, let's just ignore. Like, we can make lesser glyphs. We could always do that. But now we can make greater runestones, but we still don't have the thing needed to we still don't have the things we need to get better. These things vary in price, the trophies do, but not in a way that matters. What can we do? We've got so much stuff we need to sell. Here, 45 of this. So I'll sell 35. Yeah, this is slow as all get out. Yeah, we're not gonna get it back. We could sit here and make some tough decisions, but we are not gonna get the things back we want doing it the way we are trading. So let's
Take care now.
see. He could. Seems like he could make all kinds of stuff now. We have our silver sword. We have plus 2% to attack. We have armor piercing, chance to stun, adrenaline points, axi symbol, 5% to axi, um, 5% to Quinn, 2% to Igni, Ard, 3% chance to freeze. Let's see. So I want the 5% to poison, I believe. There's 10% to Ard. Put that in something. At least the highest things that we're gonna keep, and then we're gonna get rid of the rest. 5% chance to poison versus a 2% chance to freeze. Is that it's like 5% to axi. Hmm. 3% chance to freeze. So 5% chance on the sword to that, 5% chance to do that, and then probably 5% chance to stagger, because nothing else makes quite as much sense, unless I want to do 30 armor piercing, and I don't see why we would want 30 armor piercing on the creature silver sword. So 5% chance to stagger. That's the decision we're making on the swords. Now we need to just find, let's see, 5% sign intensity. I definitely want that. I can't use this. Oh, it's a rune in stone. Oh. Ard. Rune stones. Now I'm looking for glyphs. 5% for axi. Is that the best I can do? What, 2% for igni? %5 for axi. Glyph of axi versus lesser glyph of axi. That doesn't make any sense. Why is it the same? I don't know. As far as alchemy goes, I don't think there's anything I can make. What are we missing here? Green mold. And we're looking for mandrake cordial for everything else.
What is it?
Wouldn't mind a look at your stock.
So be it.
So again, we want to just double check we can't improve any of these things. No, I don't think we can. And we got a lot of new swords that we could make, but I don't believe any of them are going to be better than what we have. I really don't. So, how much will he give me for these? Well, that got me about 6,000 back. I hope that was the right decision. I very possibly could have been the wrong decision. Let's see. What does it cost to make one of these? 55. So it's not worth it to make these things and sell them. It will cost you more.
Take care now.
Uh-huh.
And then last thing, I didn't actually look in his stock to see if he had the items I was looking for, which is fine. I won't check that. It doesn't matter. I'm pretty sure he doesn't. Just all this stuff.
Something I've always wondered.
So back, we're gonna fast travel to where we were, and we're gonna get in that boat and continue. Let's try out a new sword. I'm not gonna loot those guys. What's the point of that? Where's the boat? Over here. I'm like looking over there and I'm like, is that the boat in the... Some buckthorn. I need to also equip something more realistic than drowner pheromones, because they are useless. I guess bombs would not work very well underwater either. Take the helm. Smuggler's cache. Can't fast travel? Sadly, no. So we're holding down A to accelerate. We're going towards it. It looks nicer, I have to admit. It looks nicer when riding in a boat than it does swimming. Is it getting us there any faster? Probably. I mean, it feels faster. Just adjust ourselves a little bit towards our goal. It's not super fast though. It's not like we've just hopped into a speedboat. Smuggler's cache. Now, now we jump off and dive and start shooting things. There we go. So the question that I really think we're gonna end up having to test is, can we drop loot in the boat, then take the boat with us and have the loot follow? If we can do that, come on, getting these buttons to show up. They do float. So could I loot the bodies of drowners? It's an interesting thought in itself. Come on. Let me up. Yeah, there's nothing to loot. Whatever they dropped fell to the bottom of the ocean. Alright. So, standing right here, go to the inventory, find something that's not worth a lot. This one's 107. So, we drop this. We have that little bit of loot right there on the boat. And we can drop tons of stuff and pick up tons of stuff and then drop it again if need be. So hopefully this might be our floating house. Or might become our floating house, as long as this boat doesn't get destroyed. So we don't run into rocks or anything. Should work pretty well. Smugglers caches and smugglers caches and smugglers caches. It's not great though. Anybody else want to mess with me? I'm glad this thing is powerful enough to do this. It's the only time the crossbolt has really shown itself to be useful. Up, 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 up. Okay, so where's the loot? Sadly, it's not here. I had hoped. here's an island. At least we can be somewhat certain that that's not gonna just be more of the same. But that was 5 or 6 complete markers of just nothing, of the same thing, smuggler's caches. They could have at the very least spiced it up by having some of the chests float on the surface and then calling those shipwrecks. That would at least change it, what we're doing a little bit. Have sirens attack there instead. This is the old adage. There's no such thing as a good water level in video games. It's really true. Anytime they try to do water levels, it's just a pain in the butt. Imagine this is going to be a hidden treasure or abandoned camp. Okay, that was surprising.
Ah! Your mum shut you out. Try the grave will take you back.
Nothing on them, but you gotta check because they may be the start of a new quest.
Bad idea.
Where'd that go from? Bison grass. Fishing rods. So let's get back in our boat. There's nothing over here, right? Just a plant, which we've probably seen dozens of times before and just don't remember. Well, that was a little bit different. I'll give that some applause for being, at least it wasn't another smuggler's cache. They could have done whirlpools, just like get to the bottom, put a bomb in there and stop the whirlpool. Or throw a bomb in the whirlpool, but it would have to be a special underwater bomb, waterproof bomb. You could have done that, and then you'd make this sea safer that way. Starting to feel like a real Skelliger. With all this swimming. There we go. Probably want to put my ship a little bit closer in the future. And I'm just getting this stuff to clear it off the map. It's not even a matter of I want the items or I think we need the gold or anything like that. I just want the map to be clear. And then you have this whole overburden problem. Like, we're gonna be completely overburdened the whole time. There's no way you're gonna get around it. As we just look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's just no way. Okay, that damaged the boat. Good thing we're going towards another boat. I guess that's reason why you want to probably not go over these smugglers' caches. That they would damage your boat, which is slowing me down now. And I thought the boats in Minecraft were bad. It's really, really bad. Steering when they're broken. It's not terrible. It didn't need a really there. It's bad when it's... The steering is bad when it is broken. No reallys really needed. I think trying to make the horse corner sharp turns is probably worse. Where is Roach? If only Roach could walk on water, this would be a much better process. Or we found a seahorse. Just a horse that mounts in the water and takes you everywhere. That would be cool. Hey, when you double tap, it does speed up. It says to accelerate, hold A. It at no point said double tap like the horses to speed up. I just learned something, and that kind of sucks that the screen is not telling me this. For all the UI that is on this screen, which is really, really obvious when you're looking at just a blank screen of motion. You've got UI at the top left, top right, lower left. The square, which would be only game window, is actually rather small. But I do know they have the options to turn it all off. You could just play the game with none of the things on. Really, a smuggler's cache? Smuggler's cache on next to a boat. I want to get on that boat and see what's going on. Wow, did you see that heat-seeking bolt? Notice how the water is getting displaced in a strange way. That's something their engine needs to be worked on. Alright. Do we swim in this boat via the bottom? I don't think there's a hole in it. I think it's... Well, we clipped into it there. Can we find an edge or something that we can grab on? Like, yeah, there's a whole thing here. So we just gotta figure out how to get on. Do we have to use one boat to get on the other boat? No, that's just a thing. Yep, their engine definitely needs some work as far as water displacement. And I think all these bodies need to sink. Alright. Come alongside this boat. Let's see if we can get on it without crashing the thing. Alright. So this is just gonna be a run and jump situation. I mean, we can see as we're clipping through it, the inside of this boat has something on it. Did I miss a quest? This is silly. Can we go backwards? Nope. Can we sharply turn and perhaps find some other way on this ship? Is this an Easter egg ship? I don't get the Easter egg. Alright, this side is tilted a little bit more. So... No, I'm just hitting it. I am just hitting it. Look. I don't... If there's any storyline, if there's anything that gets us on this boat, I'm it's not just gonna be a situation where I can jump on. And I'm not seeing a hole under it that you'd swim up into. Looks like this is just here for decoration. And this is the other boat I was gonna get on. Could we fast travel to this boat? I don't think we can. They indicate that you can fast travel the boats, but I don't believe it's true. When we go to the map and we say go here, hit A, fast travel. No. It's not letting me. I just don't think that system ever got implemented. Well, that's a little bit of a irritating. A little bit of irritating. And what really sucks now is I've got this broken boat, which now I have to try to take better care of. And I have all these question marks still. And with the... Alright, that's just a bear. I can take on a bear. That's a level 16 bear, come on. They got quite a punch, they do stun me. And it was just a man. That's all that was being guarded. Man in armor. Okay. Hardly a major treasure. Some overburdened again. Could dump things, but I still think we're gonna end up doing a lot of shopping. Alright, where? Fortunately, there are no more marks over here, so we can work our way that way. So there's this little island here that has nothing on it, as far as we know. As far as we know, there's nothing on that island. Yep. And as far as we know, there was the only thing on the other island was that bear. What a waste. I'm sure there's lootable objects probably in there. But is it really worth even looking? I don't think it is. It take too much time. Do we really need to walk over every single square foot of this area on the small chance we find an Easter egg or one more lootable item that we've been finding dozens of and don't really even have use for? I would love to at some point get like an elite set of weapons and armors and be at the highest point we could be at. Say that we did a full completionist run of this game. But I've got lots and lots of other games that I need to play, and it would get very boring. This has been a boring episode so far. Here we see some sirens over there. They're just flying in the water. The sirens don't seem to have an effect on me in the sense that I'm not turning towards them when I hear their screams or anything. So that I must be immune to siren song, or sirens must not do that in this universe. I think they do that in this universe, because they said one guy crashed on the rocks of a island because he plugged his ears with cotton once he saw the sirens. Oh, surprise of surprise, a smuggler's cache. 4 of them. This time. There, I'll just magically walk behind. bumped around. What, 231 of 160 pounds that we're supposed to be able to carry. Another smuggler's cache. Oh, they're really trying to break the ship. I didn't know they did that. Some new behavior. And as soon as we get underwater, it seems like our crossbow bolt gun does way better. Seems like all the physics is thrown out the window. The damage seems to be not even calculated. It seems the one shot is a one kill. There we go. Another smuggler's cache emptied. $262 of 160. Harbor. A place where you can find a boat. Interesting. So let's go to this place. And then, yeah, they did some more damage to my ship. And then we'll go to the harbor and get a new boat. Is that a whale I hear? We've already pretty much figured out that you can't do anything with whale parts, so hunting them or anything like that's not helpful. Wow. Oh, the seas get choppy. The seas get choppy when you're in a storm. Didn't consider that one. Did not think of that. Hidden treasure. Nilfgaardian treasure. Read the note. Four barrels, barrels. One chest of various treasure worth the sum of 1,000 florins. So we get these little things. Are these randomly placed? I don't think they are. I think that would be amazing if they were. If we thought for a second this game could just go on forever and ever, uh, but it seems like we're clearing things out, and I prefer that. I much prefer that we clear out the map and not have random things always pop up and continue filling the map. There will always be random encounters with creatures. I know and accept that. Now, can I get this boat? Okay, to reverse. Yeah, the storm cleared up. That's nice. So, and it says hold again, and it means double tap to reverse. I like how the camera backs up to this view when you're going backwards. Just turn around your ship, yep. It's pivoting on a dime. So we go towards this harbor to leave a boat and take a boat. It's like leave a penny, take a penny, except for you leave a boat and you take a boat. In this area, there are some guys we can talk to, so let's go deal with them and sell some of our things. So overburdened. It's like, can we call the horse?
They smear your ass with honey and beer.
Stay long. So what is she to you? The sorceress, Yennefer, right?
Druids claim Ragnarok's
I was
Just how did they know when the end of the world would
Blacksmith.
See if you can folk back to
Hear that noise? That's Freya, grinding her teeth. Means war's a brewing. Time to sharpen our swords.
With Bran dead, who will lead you?
Don't need a king to stick it to the black ones. No reason to wait.
Oh, so we've never even talked to this guy before. Probably never even been
Show
to
me
this
what you have in
island
stock.
before. Which would explain why it kind of felt like we missed some opportunities. Merchant doesn't have enough. So now we start playing the games. We start buying one of these so we can sell more of these. Here we'll just I got a lot of armor on me. Merchant doesn't have enough again. That'll give him a couple. There he goes. Ooh, These boots I want to keep. 70 maximum weight. Don't need that. Don't need that. Or that. Or that. That might actually be better. But it's heavy armor. I want to sell it. It's so heavy. Medium armor, heavy armor. Just look at how much weight each of these things are. Let's see. Merchant can't buy that one. Does he have any moss? Let's buy a couple of those actually. I don't think I've ever seen that. Looking for green moss. No, it doesn't look like he does. Alright, so now he's got just 200 left. So can I sell anything that... Here we go. Sell a couple of those, that gets him down to 61. Sell one of those. Sell 4 of these. Two of those. Do I have any junk I can sell them? Look at all that, I can sell that next time. Probably just wasting too much time on that. Yeah, I am. I'm wasting too much time.
Farewell.
Particularly because we now wanted to trade out some stuff. Boots that need to be dismantled.
You're back. What?
Let's see.
Could you craft something for me?
Craftsman's level is too low to make ruined stones. Even if I wanted to. Please dismantle the boots that are way down here. And then repair everything. That gives them 131, which gives me something that, let's see, we have this. That gets them down to 13, and I think that's more than enough.
Farewell.
And there's like stone sharpener over there. And a tavern, which maybe in the tavern I could buy more Gwent cards. I may have to look online and see how to actually find the last bits of the Gwent cards. In fact, we may very easily end the game and not accidentally end the game and not have them all. So here's a location. Let's actually run to this location since it's on the island, and then we'll take this boat. And from there we'll continue. Like there's dead creatures everywhere. I feel like I could take on anything right about now, which means I'm probably going to run into some level 30 super powerful creature. They're still out there. They do exist. They're rare. Monster nest should be no problem. Here we go. They don't have a poisonous touch. Destroy them. Destroy the nest. Like, the telekinetic blast is stronger than the Igneous.
Harpies got their nest here.
Right. Destroy it. Town. Anything else to collect? I don't see it. If it is, down we go. New marker, Bay of Winds. Like, we never even went to this section. But we're not exposing any new quests. So, who knows whether this is... This house is kind of empty, kind of destroyed. Got a box in the way of us. Wow. I like this new ability that just kills. If you have an agility point, you have a chance of killing the person in one strike. It's gonna definitely speed up some of these pointless fights. Go. And let's do maybe one or two more, and then we'll call it a day. And this, just to get back on how this sucks. This sucks. because I just can't. I can't just play this offline. I could, but I don't feel in The Witcher 3 that that would be the right way for me to record this series, is to say, oh, I'm just gonna offline check every single one of these markers, regardless of the fact that there's a chance at least that some of them are going to turn out to be something of interest. It's not like we've got a ton of them to do. They're pretty spread out. They're just very repetitive. There you go. And see, the infinity sign is right next to the crossbow, which either tells me I've used all my bolts, finally, or it just is always infinity underwater. This definitely feels like I should have done this before we did all the main quests. It's just the game didn't really train us to do this. Oh, up, you fool, up! Oh man, that was close. It's to the line. The game did not train us to ride the oceans in White Orchid or in Velen or Novigrad. There was no thought, no contemplation towards that. I will ignore, let's see, how we want to do this. Let's go to that one. I'm gonna ignore things on... see? There I saw a whale. That's cool and all. But I think the way they animate it is that it's... as soon as you get within a specific area, it just loads in and plays the tail part of it. Plays the sound. So you can't see him off in the distance. Or at different distances, which is a little bit jarring to my eye. Not as jarring as that flickering, as now we are into rolling seas, as yet another storm has come about. It makes sense now that we've all the rain we've been seeing in other parts of in other areas, it all makes a lot more sense now that we're on the ocean. What they thought, what they were doing, and why it rains so often. Come on. See if we can speed up. Smuggler's cash. Who would have guessed? Who would have guessed? Get there, get there, get there. Now up we go for air. my luck. Pushing my luck. So we got on that island, we saw no quest. I imagine we saw no quest because in the battle, so this island, I imagine we would have gotten a quest here. Well, we have been here, but we might have gotten more quests here if we had gotten to this place before the bears were released inside of the celebration and killing all the sons of the Jarls. So now I think these things are called archipelagos when you have little islands all next to each other, which really I think Skellig should be one big archipelago. So we have these little locations that you can only really reach by boat because there's no fast travel points that I'm aware of. So we'll have to do these little islands. Is that a griffin? There you go. That sounds like a griffin to me. Can I get out over here? Nope. Can I get out over here? A guarded treasure by a level 32 griffin. Oh, basilisk, whatever. Well, at least that's something new. So, let's zoom out to the map here. Fast travel stations right now of the things being pointed at because of the main quest wanting us to move. So we've got this one and then this one and then all of these little things. It wouldn't really surprise me if a lot of these turn out to be above my level, much like that guarded treasure, but they might not be. We've got a whole bunch of quests over here. After that one over there on the right, we don't have any. There's no unmarked locations behind this island, but there are definitely some more unmarked locations in between the two. It's like they expected you to go back and forth by boat a lot, but how? You didn't have a boat. There was no real point in this game where they said, here, get on this boat and follow us, or here's a boat. There's a boat actually, but that's probably another one of those that I can't get on. We have a whole bunch more over here. I don't think I need to go here. I think that's a Cyclops or something. A whole bunch more over here. There's this one, and then that's it really. Well, and this one. So we took out a decent amount. There are far too many of them. Are smuggler's caches though. Far too many. But yeah, I think we took out maybe a third, maybe a quarter of the map as far as question marks, and then we need to get back on this island and start seeing some of these question marks too. We need to definitely make sure that we go to every single island, and if there is a question mark on it, we either have a good suspicion that it is above our level, or that we need to figure out what they are. There's that boat we can't get on. There's no question marks here. We have all these cave entrances. Do the cave entrances ever disappear? I don't think they do. I think an entrance is always lit up as much the same way as nose boards and everything else is lit up. But yeah, that's what we'll be doing next time. We've got some... We'll be overburdened again, I'm sure. We have some, let's see, 2% Igni in the boots, and then a 2% attack power. Can't do that one. Can't use that one. I can do that. Why not? I don't know why I chose those two random things. Because that, if I had looked down here, I have a whole bunch more that would have been better. Oh well, next time I upgrade my boots, I'll do better about figuring out what we are supposed to do. Oh, we desperately need a just mark all as red. Yeah, I've seen them all thing. Particularly with all this junk. Anyways, well, there's nothing more to do. That's it for this episode. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment if you want to, and watch every second of my videos. All of that helps me out. If you want to support me, you can do that by clicking on my name, Rydo. On the right will be a blue button that says support this channel. Click it and make a donation. If you want to friend or follow me on basically any social media site, there's a whole bunch of links down below in the description. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.